Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. I am Fasila, student of Dr. Sayyid Hayat Basha sir. Uh, this is it's my presentation part of our seminar. Mm, this is part 2. My friend Hamna already discussed about some basic concept of democracy. So I am going to deal with the principle of democratic education. So let's start. Uh, Principle of democratic education means some basic idea or ideology of education to keep as its democratic way. So the first one is equal opportunity for all. Equal opportunity for all means democratic education stand for equal educational opportunity for all, regardless of intelligence, race, religion, location, language, sex, politics, and economic status. Equal opportunity for all means when we have to give a education program, we should not discriminate the students on the basis of sex, language, location, religion. So we should have to give education in an equal manner. So second principle is free education. Free education means we should have to the government should have to give education program in a free basis. Government should not charge any a single penny from the students in a certain age. For example, in our constitution compulsory states that the students in between 6 to 14 years of age should have to give free education. Education should be provided to all children free of cost up to a certain level, as education is regarded as the birth right of every individual. Free education should be made available to all citizens irrespective of color, creed, community, sex, language, or religion. Next principle is welfare for all. Central purpose of democratic education is maximum of welfare of people. Then child-centered education. Child-centered education means the center of education should be child. In earlier, we are following the teacher-centric education. So child-centered education means curriculum, method of teaching, textbook should be based on the interest and attitude and needs of a student. Then adult education means the power of women education for mentally retarded, physically handicapped, need right to school, proper course, and distance education. Not only that, after a certain age, for example, in our village, the lot of people, he is close to 16 or 70 years, he did not know how to write and how to read. So they are already close to the age to those people already crossed the age for formal education. In those people we should have to impart education. Not only for that, there's some women is never get basic education, so we should have to give proper course and distance education for those people. Then for keeping education in a democratic mode, we should have follow the method of teaching in a democratic way. So democratic method of teaching. In democratic education, teaching methods such as seminar, workshop, symposium, discussion, debate are encouraged. These methods pave the way for free participation of students. Democratic method of teaching means in a democratic society, each and everyone have their own right to express their thought. So the seminar, like workshop, debate is some of the example or some of the good method for expressing our ideas and thought. So freedom of expression is much more in the democratic method of teaching. Then social service. Democratic education develop the feeling of working together through various social service activities. That is why proper attention is being paid to social, cultural, and co-curricular activities such as tree planting, water conservation. Okay, in social service means in education is not imparting the basic knowledge or textbook reading. Actually, education is the changing the behavior. Education. Actually, education is a modification of behavior. So, in our schools, NSS, Red Cross, that's kind of program is available. The Natural Club is there. So, through that system, we should have to impart the service mentality into the student. Then only we can create democratic education. Then education for national integration and international understanding. Education for national and international understanding means school is a miniature form of society. Quality of coordination and cooperation is studied from there. It leads to development of good citizenship and global understanding. Then physical and health education. In a democratic school, games and sports, gymnasia, medical tests, and medical help are provided freely to promote the physical well-being of a children in order to build a strong nation. Then political training. This type of training is given to student through student union, student welfare association, club, etc. Such training helped student to become balanced, dynamic, and efficient personalities. They are trained for future leadership and democratic living. The next principle is consultation with student. Consultations with students means in order to carry out the school functions effectively, teachers should consult with the student before taking a decision. Before taking any decision in a school, we can ask all. We cannot decide all decision with a consult student, but in some case we should have to ask some decision. We have to consult some. We have to consult with the student before taking a decision. For example, if a teacher is giving an assignment or project work, the teacher should have to ask should, teacher should have to tell to student which is your convenient topic, how many time you want to complete your assignment. That's kind of questions will be asked by the teacher and decide a proper time for submitting work. Then the next principle is decentralized educational organization, which means the basis of democratic education is decentralization of various educational organization. This will leads to the proper functioning of educational institution at local, district, and state level. Then provide knowledge about democratic agency. Give proper knowledge and awareness about different agencies like Human Rights Commission, Women Commission, Information Commission. In our constitution provide a lot of institution for protecting our rights. So should give some knowledge and basic awareness about this knowledge to student. Then compulsory education. Compulsory education means it should be made compulsory to all citizens at least up to elementary or secondary stage. The principle of universal and compulsory education involve free education up to the certain stage in almost all democratic countries. Then recognition of individual difference. Each student should receive proper recognition according to his taste and preference. So not every the capacity of every individual is not in the same manner. Each student's taste and difference, and they are from different background and environment. So we should have to give some education according to individual ability. We should have to create some program according to students' ability. Then respect for humanity and occupational efficiency. which means democratic education help for self-realization, create respect for humanity, encourage friendship and tolerance, and create a civic responsibility in every individual. The next principle is cooperation between agencies of education. The schemes are being formulated to establish cooperation among school, community, church, and state. Cooperation between agencies of education means we have a lot of educational agencies like family, religion, society. So our educational program, when we have to take a scheme for education, we should have to include all. We should have to include and consider the all major agencies of education. Okay, education is only possible with the cooperation of all, the correct cooperation and coordination of all educational agencies. So we should have to discuss here the basic principle, that is, the first one is equal opportunity for all, then free education, welfare for all, children-centered education, adult education, democratic method of teaching, social service, then education for national integration and international understanding, physical and health education, political training, consultation with the students, decentralized educational organization, provide knowledge about democratic agency, compulsory education, recognition of individual difference, respect for humanity and occupational efficiency, then cooperation between agencies of education. So thank you for all.